This is the one I really wanted. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to clean this before I can actually do anything. We can't put the Mitsu warning on the video if he's right at the start. There's no time for us to give you a warning. Welcome to a brand new series on the channel where we're going to be spending even more time journaling together. I wanted to give you an insight into how I'm really using my journals because I know that sometimes seeing things filled in or being used is a lot more helpful than seeing things pristine and freshly set up. Also things like stationery unboxings, and I've been going to some fun stationery social nights lately, and I just wanted to share all of that stuff with you. April and May have also been really fun months for me. I've been running some stationery workshops at a stationery store here in Brisbane. I've been setting up the mystery journal for a winner who is yet to be decided. There's just been so much going on, so I wanted to take you with me. Something I found myself really interested in recently is memory keeping in my journal. I started it back in February with this little memory keeping spread for a ball that I went to that was themed around the ACOTAR books, and I'm carrying it forward into a little trip away, a weekend away that I took with my partner to Sydney. We went to the Royal Easter Show, which is kind of a big carnival festival thing, and we just toured around the Blue Mountains and saw some beautiful autumn leaves because we don't really get those in our city. I hoarded the program from the carnival that we went to so I could kind of cannibalize it to put some bits in my journal. And I also picked up this free Blue Mountains visitor guide while we were there so I could harvest it for some collaging elements as well. I recently made a video about how I plan my bullet journal themes, and I go quite in depth with those, and I do test pages and I think about where everything's going to go before I get in there, and I pencil things out first before I put any pen down on the page. I do not do that with these memory keeping spreads or my travel journal. When I do that, when I travel, I keep a journal for that too, because of course I do. With this one, in fact, I probably try to think as little as possible and just let whatever happens happen on the page. The only thing I really make an effort to do is to make sure I leave a little bit of space for me to add some text later. I like to kind of journal my travels in here as well, so I remember not just visually what we did, but also have a little reminder that I can read through later. So I like to leave some extra spaces for that. And I really don't use a great deal of extra ephemera outside of the stuff that I scavenged from around my travels when I do this kind of thing, so there's not a lot of washi tape going on here. There is on some of the other memory keeping pages that I've done, but I really just let the stuff that I forage inform which pens I use and which other pieces of ephemera, if I'm going to use any, will actually make it into the design. We took this little trip away over the Easter long weekend when it was just starting to come into autumn here in Australia, and I'm mixing in some of my own photos that I've just printed off with the HP Sprocket. The Sprocket paper has a peel off adhesive back anyway, so I can just stick these in just like stickers, and it's really handy. We stayed for one night in Medlow Bath, and then we had a little trip around Blackheath and Leura, and the next day we went to the Royal Easter Show, which is something that we've been saying we would do together for a really long time, so nice to have a goal crossed off the list. It's a very kind of English country fair kind of a vibe. The agricultural festivals that we have around Australia, we have one in Brisbane as well, and it's called the Ekka, and we love it so much, which is kind of why we wanted to do it twice this year and go to the Sydney one as well, but it turns out they're pretty much the exact same thing, so we probably won't go to the Sydney one again next year. I've been making sure that I leave a few pages blank in between each monthly setup in my journal this time around so that I have space for this memory keeping, and I'm really looking forward to carrying that over into my next journal as well. For some reason this idea didn't appeal to me until this year. I didn't really care about memory keeping in my journal, but now that I'm doing it, it's so much fun, and I definitely will not stop anytime soon. My office always ends up like this when I've been busy. I think I'm gonna have to clean this before I can actually do anything. Again. I got this rug a while ago and I haven't even been able to put it down because I needed to clean my room so bad. So let's have a look. As much as it probably seems sponsored given the timing, this is not. I just really like the ruggable Bridgerton tie yet, is there? Look how pretty. I just have to work out how to get it under. Is this not like super appropriate?
Toast to my brother Colin and his soon-to-be bride.
What do you think, Mitsu? Do you like it? Makes the room feel bigger. I have to introduce you to one of my favourite places in Brisbane. This is Stash World, and it is a sticker and stationery store. It's the best.
Can we do a Halloween workshop?
Oh, for sure.
Of some sort. I'd be so fun. I just found these and I was like, oh, for sure.
Stashworld is also the home of Sticker Hangs, which is the wonderful stationery social night that you have seen me setting up my reading journal at a few times. We all bring our journals and our stickers and our washi tapes and we hang out together and we journal together, and it is so much fun. It's also where my workshops have been. This year I've coordinated 3 workshops alongside Jessie from Stashworld, and this one is actually us getting ready for the adventure journaling workshop. It's an idea that's kind of loosely based on the dice rolling elements of D&D, where everybody gets a package of stationery that's colour themed, so everything inside already looks really good together, and they roll the dice to decide which packet they get versus the other players, and they also roll to decide how they use the things inside. They were a combination of foraged Stashworld goodies and some stuff from my own collection. These are the folders that contain the goodness. Let's just see what's in this one. The idea was that anyone who joined in would be able to make something beautiful just using the things that were in the packet, and you'll get to see a little bit of what everyone made later on. But this is an example. This is what was in one of the green colorways, and we had all these different colors. They all had beautiful names. It was so much fun to put together. Just to add to the vibes, I decided I wanted to have a little customized wax seal on every single one of the stationery packages for the adventure journaling workshop, but I'd never actually made a wax seal before, so I had this little practice run in my kitchen so that I could see if it would work out, and then my plan was at Sticker Hangs to label all of the packages and to put the wax seals on them as well and make those wax seals as we went. Didn't quite work out that way though. I am about to start on the giveaway journal. I had a beautiful live stream with my channel members yesterday. We worked out what's going where. It was wonderful. We also worked out what I'm going to use. The mystery journal giveaway video is already live, and you can watch it right now and enter the giveaway too at the moment because it is open until the end of May, so I will make sure that video is linked in the description for you. But for now, we've got some more memory keeping to do because I went to a music festival and I saw one of my favorite bands in the world, Incubus. I love those guys so much. I didn't take a huge amount of photos, but I made sure I got one of each band that I saw so that I would have something to put into this journal spread. Again, a thing that's inspired by lovely Jessie of Stashworld. She keeps a gig journal of all of the bands that she goes to see, and I think that's just such a wonderful idea. I don't see as much live music as I once did, so I thought this would be a really fun way to incorporate it just as a loose page in a journal. Not loose, but you know, something just floating around everything else. And I looked up the set list from this show so I could include it here. I added some little highlights, a little blurb on the right side, just recapping my experience, and had a really fun time setting this up. Sometimes I hear from people that they love the idea and the aesthetic of a reading journal, but they're not readers. Track whatever you want. If you play video games and they're your passion, keep a journal about that. If you go to lots of gigs, keep a journal about that. If you just love trying every coffee shop in your town, that's a journaling opportunity too.
I have a lot of social stationery moments coming up where I need to be taking my journal and some stationery out places with me, and I would be having a lot more trouble with that if I didn't have this gorgeous bag. This is the Kim Stampato 14-inch bag in light pink from Teddy Blake, the very kind sponsors of this video. Just in case you haven't come across Teddy Blake before, they're a luxury handbag company based out of New York that believes in fair pricing. So where you might spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a handbag from another luxury brand, Teddy Blake's prices start from $279 US, and you're still getting beautiful Italian leather and beautiful Italian craftsmanship on every bag as well. There is so much that I love about this bag. Of course, the pink colorway, which is like the color of my entire life, that it had to happen. I strategically chose the 14-inch bag because I knew that I would be able to fit a B5 journal in here, and she takes it like a champ. She really does. It's Italian leather. It's holding up so beautifully. I've been taking this bag places with me every time my journal and I leave the house, and sometimes just because it looks cute with my outfit also, and it is not showing anywhere whatsoever. It's in perfect nick. Stationery stuff can get pretty heavy, especially if you're carrying multiple journals out places with you, so I really wanted a bag that I knew was going to be great quality to be hauling my stationery around in, because I don't want straps to be breaking and stuff to be fraying over time. I just wanted it to be something that I knew would hold up, which is why this bag has been such a good choice for me. They aren't all stationery tote sized bags like this one either. They have lovely smaller handbags as well. I specifically wanted a big boy because I knew what I wanted to do with it. A bag like this one from other luxury retailers would go for something like $1,470. From Teddy Blake, it's only $535. So we could be bag twinsies if you'd like. But it actually gets even better than that, because between the 24th to the 27th of May, Teddy Blake are having their Memorial Day sale with discounts up to 70% off. So there are links to their site and all their social media in the description down below in case you want to check them out. Earlier in the year, I was talking about ways to romanticize your life when it comes to journaling, and this beautiful bag was kind of part of that process for me. It is still absolutely a joy to use. Every time I pack up my stationery into this one, I'm like, I'm a fancy lady. Huge thanks to the folks at Teddy Blake for sponsoring this video and for hooking me up with my favorite stationery bag of all time. Now that I've introduced you to the bag, let's fill it up.
Here's what I packed into my Teddy Blake 14-inch Kim Stampato bag for sticker hangs in April. My reading journal, of course. I also took the wax seal set because I thought I was going to make those wax seals. I've got my glasses because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. The little spoon stand that holds the wax seal melting spoon thing. My pencil case, which I think is actually a lady's handbag that I picked up at a vintage market secondhand. I've got a sheet of bread stickers because I have plans to do something in my reading journal about a book about bread. I've got some pens and a tea light candle to melt the wax and some matches, of course, so I can light the candle. That's all going in my little pencil case, which is nice and narrow so it slides really well into the bag. I really do feel like Mary Poppins when I get to sticker hangs and I pull so much stuff out of this little pink bag. Now that we're all packed up, we can head to Stash World.
It can be just my shirt, that's totally fine. I mean, there's a bit of your shoulder, is that okay?
Do you consent to your shoulder being? You can enjoy my shoulder all you like.
Please enjoy my epic fail. I was a little too close to the air conditioner and my wax just simply would not melt, so I ended up doing this later at home. Instead, I filled out my content planner and got my calendar in my bullet journal up to date for May. And I actually finished up adding labels to all of the adventure journal packages of stationery as well and finessing them so that they were all kind of even. Some of them I was worried would have more stuff in them than others just based on what we had available in certain colorways, so I didn't want anyone to feel like they were missing out. This sticker hangs was actually really close to the actual adventure journaling workshop, so it's time to see how that went. We actually sold out, so we had 12 people all adventure journaling together. A few of us got a little bit dressed up, especially me, although I forgot to get any video of it, I'm sorry. But look at how great everyone's spreads are looking. I just love so much that they're using all of these beautiful things that I put together for them. There's just something so gratifying about that.
Yes! Oh, it looks cool. Oh yes! You're doing the waterfalls.
Oh, I'm trying.
I love it.
I'm gonna try and do a waterfall.
I was so impressed with everyone's work, and we had a couple of legitimate D&D players there as well, and they said they had a really good time, so that makes me happy because I wanted it to be a little bit of a fun, gamified journaling experience. We're actually back at Stash World for this next shot, although this is a few days later. I'm setting up a little example Mother's Day spread that we could use in some promo photos for our upcoming, at the time, Mother's Day Stick and Sip workshop as well. I don't have any children, but I do have a cat, and my mum also doesn't love being in photos or on the internet, so I didn't want to use anything that would make anyone uncomfortable, so it's an old Polaroid of me and Mitsu going on this spread. We're also getting some good reading journaling done. This is something that I always try to do a little bit of at Stash World. It's just so great to have this dedicated time for journaling with other people because honestly, as a self-employed person, quite a bit of my time is taken up with editing photos and editing videos for my photography business and also for this here very channel. So going somewhere where all you get to do is journal is really wonderful. It's great just having that like free time blocked out for it. This was also the very first ever daytime sticker hangs, which is incredible for me because I have a very flexible schedule, so I love that I can attend these things. Also, Jessie asked me to let her Mother's Day on her spread that she was doing for promo purposes, so that's a little bit of that going on there. So cute! Today's the 11th of May. I've just finished setting up my June bullet journal setup and I love it. I think it's really cute. I haven't updated my reading journal yet this month, so it's probably a good idea to do that. I might put my camera back up here on the tripod. I had left the space for the True Love experiment to go here, so I finished that well and truly, so it can have its page now. And also, what else have I read since then? And I need to get organized on this Goober Readathon thing because there's a point system attached and I just want to know where I am. Also, because I finished setting up the June pages, I was using gouache for that and I just washed off my paint palette and now I have, you know, this camera is built for this and I can't get it to do it, but focus on my hand, damn it, I have
whatever, you can see it. I have painty fingers now and they're stained. Enjoy that in the reading journal video later, I guess. It occurred to me recently I could have been printing my reading journal core pile rating stickers with my Fromemo mini printer, and I just went to try that and didn't realize that I was like out of the regular plain white paper for it, and all I have left is a clear thermal printer paper, which is going to be annoying to write on. I don't want to do it, so I need to make some more core pile rating stickers before I can continue on my reading journal. And I thought while I'm at it, the size of my book bracket, like book covers, is not the same as what I print with my Sprocket, so I want to print the book covers at the right size for that. So I thought I would just show you how I'm going to tackle that, and I use just Microsoft Word to size book covers to the right size. So I'll chuck you onto my computer screen for a second and show you how I do it.
I start out just by saving the book covers, and I like to do this from my computer rather than my phone. I'll just search generally for the title of the book and the words book cover, and generally Goodreads seems to have the best ones, so I just right click on the image and click on Save Image to Downloads. I'm on a Mac in case that helps. And I'm going to print these so small, I'm really not bothered at all about image quality because they're going to be printed tiny. You're not really going to be able to tell if it's not a great quality image. Then I just drop them into Microsoft Word, and when you grab the handles of an image to resize on Word, it shows you the dimensions of it. And obviously mine is set to centimeters because I live in Australia and we use the metric system, but if you are better off working with imperial units, then I'm sure yours will probably do that. Also, if you move your mouse horizontally too much while the image is selected, it will flip it, so you can just do the same thing again to flip the image back to the right way around. The size of the book covers that I need for my book bracket is really small. I checked the dot grid spacing, which is 5mm, and it's 4 dot grid spaces across, which makes it around about 2 centimeters wide. So that's how I'm sizing these tiny little book covers. I'm making them as close to 2 centimeters wide as I can get. They're not exactly perfect. It doesn't matter. Again, I don't need them to all be exactly on 2 centimeters. I just need them to be somewhere in that vicinity. So when I cut them down, it just sort of looks like they're all the same size, even if there's a tiny bit of variation. Some of these I actually need more than once, so I'm just going to duplicate a couple of the covers to make sure I can get my whole book bracket filled in up until where we're at right now, which is kind of mid-May. But I didn't want to just print these. That doesn't really seem worth it for a whole sheet of sticker paper, so I thought I would try to be crafty and add some of my core pile rating stickers as well, because I need some more of them. I've run out. I also have this core pile rating sticker A4 template available as a printable if you'd like it. I had it saved as an image file, so I just went ahead and cropped it down to a double row version, but there was still some space left over, so I cropped it again to a single row version. So I'm going to be able to print 15 core pile rating stickers, as well as my tiny book bracket appropriate book covers as well, all in the one sheet. I just feel like that's the most resourceful way to do it. You do need to mess around with the page margins a little bit. I try not to waste any of the sides of the page where I can help it. And I have one of those handy little straight edge cutting guillotine devices, so I usually use that to cut out the core pile stickers, and I'll try to do as many as I can in one go to kind of layer them on top of each other. But for the book covers, when they're this small, it's a little bit harder to see the lines in between, so I just cut those ones out with scissors. Yeah. Tiny and crispy. Not bad.
My desk is always a mess. It's Mother's Day and I'm running a little workshop today with Stashworld, like a Mother's Day stick and sip kind of collaging thing, and it's going to be so much fun. But I need to take some stuff with me so that people can use it in their journal. So I need to make up a little bag of like floral washi tapes and stuff that could be really cute, so let's do that. I don't think they're going to fit in my pretty bag though, which is a shame. That's basically all floral washi tapes already. Maybe I'll just bring this like as is. to do some B-roll and a thumbnail shot for a washi tape shop haul. So let's unroll a whole bunch of washi tapes all together and make a huge mess on my desk. Creativity is fun. I need to open some stationery mail because my goodness, there's a lot. This is quite a combination of things. Some of this is stuff that is like affiliate perks. Some of it is stuff that I'll be using in the giveaway journal, the mystery journal as we're calling it now, and some of it I just bought. So let's begin with this one. This is from Washi Gang. If you're an Archer and Olive fan, you may not realize how difficult it is to get your hands on Archer and Olive in Australia and other such faraway countries because shipping is quite often more than the product itself. So recently, Archer and Olive have started being stocked in local retailers again. So this is from Washi Gang, and I really wanted one particular journal. So I spent like 250 bucks on Archer and Olive notebooks. So things from Washi Gang that are really fun. You've got a little thank you card and it says, "Too much stationery? No such thing." Also a little sticker. "Sorry, I have plans." And like a free gift that you could choose. This must be the extra freebie. I got some washi stickers and a colored dot from the Kuretake Zigs. And then I picked this one. This is the Maisie Lane Co. washi tape set that's like dates. Pretty fun. Wait, there's another washi in here. Nice, okay. Mitsu, do you want a box? Let's look at the journals. I got 2 square. I thought I got 4. Apparently I got 3. That's probably for the best. All of the Aussies in my Discord were sharing like at 10 AM on Tuesday when these went on sale. We were all like, "The sale's on!" I mean, not like these are cheap now sale, but like just the fact that they were available, you know, sharing like what we got and how quickly they arrived as well. So this is the B5. I really always want to say B6. Oh, I don't remember what they're called. I think this was Book of Spells or similar. Oh, it's got like warehouse smell. B5, so same size as my current reading journal, which I don't know. Oh, I just found out what this is called. When the page edges are, don't look at my eyes, look at the journal. Did it do it? I think it did it. The page edges are kind of rough and like textured. Keyhole on the side and keys. I like keys lately. That's really fun. Oh, it feels like fine art paper because of the torn edge and they're all a little bit different. Oh yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'd like it as much in practice, but we shall see. Okay, so that's the first one. I'm gonna put it back in its box for easier storage. Oh, where am I gonna store these? I've never used a square journal. I thought it would be fun to try. I guess they're just not that available. Ha ha ha. Maybe this will be my next reading journal. Filming a square journal is going to be interesting. Pretty. And the back is also like that. It's not the kind of green I would typically go for, but I feel like in context it looks cool. Green and gold I'm always a bit wary of because I'm like, Australia. But this is not pulling Australia, this is pulling Storybook, which we all know I love. I need one of my wedding clients to want to emboss the cover like this. It'll be expensive, but it'll be gorgeous. Then the Big Kahuna. This is the one I really wanted. I don't know how much it would have been if I'd bought it straight from Archer and Olive because this stuff sold out way faster than I even could have imagined. But from Washi Gang, it was still like 80 Australian dollars. This is the Heirloom embroidered journal, and it's got like the ribbon closure instead of elastic, which I actually really like. Over time the elastic stretches out and it doesn't close as well anymore. Look how pretty. This is more the kind of gold, kind of green that I gravitate towards, where it's like a deeper blue green. The embroidery is just amazing. My current reading journal is embroidered and I love it, and that's kind of the reason I chose it. To be honest, I don't love the color. I think we all know that by now. The mustard is not me, but I like the rest of it. Like I like the embroidery so much that I was willing to overlook that I hate the color. This, I hate nothing about. Thanks, washi gang. This one, I think this is from Hubman and Chubgirl, which means that it's a kit to go in the mystery journal, the giveaway journal. I've been waiting on this. It actually took a bit longer to arrive than I would have liked, so I'm a little behind where I would like to be on the setup of the mystery journal. Oh, that's gotta be, I see a little cutie face. And they sent me 2 boxes. I would have thought it would all fit in one, but okay. No wonder this is so big. Mitsu, do you want another box? Okay, so we've got 2 different sized. Their branding is so cute. Very different to my usual style, but I love using them in the giveaway journal, the mystery journal. Struggling with that name change, it's taken some getting used to. Just because it's not my style doesn't mean it won't be the style of the person who wins the journal. I don't want to show you these too much because you will see them in the setup in the mystery journal. Oh, they're really cute, really cute. Okay, you'll see it soon. It'll be in the setup for August in the mystery journal, so you won't have to wait that long. Oh, they left me a card. Also included are the matching journaling add-on set and an exclusive freebie set as gifts. Oh, that's so lovely. So nice. Look, am I allowed to show you these? Oh, is that a binder for organizing stuff? I could put all of the bits that I'm including with the journal, like the themed stuff for each month. Extra bits for the winner, I could put them in here and send it with it. And then they could have, I'll have to get some sheets to put them in. This is the best. Excellent, I can get really stuck into giveaway journal things now. This one I want to open next because it's only little. This one is from a Kickstarter that I backed last year. Oh, ooh, magical implements, pretty cycles. Oh, that's a really clever way to do like a period tracker. Reproductive systems. Cutest I've ever seen them. Overgrown Cemetery, love, love. The paper stickers, so they're like not super shiny so that you won't have glare in your journal. Airmail, that's such a cute theme. And then we've got little die cut Airmail pal. Cute. This last one, I've been scared to open this. I've been like kind of nervous because, oh, there's tea. Oh, this is the, what's it called? The Lumos dual-ended pen from Tom Studio. I've been like, I want to get into fountain pens. I've been using my partner's fountain pen, but the whole inking process is really scary. I don't know, it just seems super overwhelming. It's supposed to be like infinitely refillable. It's supposed to take away the need for you to ever have to buy a new pen, and it comes with a bunch of different tips, like felt tips, writing tips, fine liner tips, and you can refill it with any fountain pen ink. So I got the green one. I was gifted this pen. I chose the dark green version. I had to apply to join their affiliate program, and as part of that you get to choose your color of pen and they send it to you. But if they had not approved my application, I was just gonna buy it anyway. So, you know, I really wanted to give it a good go. Oh, goodness, there's ink in a little, oh, that's really cute actually. Tiny little Tom Studio vial. And this is the pen without anything loaded up into it. I've been keen on getting into fountain pens. I didn't really know where to start. And I know this isn't necessarily strictly a fountain pen. It came with, I think these are the tips. Ooh, these are all of the tips. So the idea is that you can just replace any of those at any time and off you go, you've got a different pen and you never have to presumably buy another pen. Will I buy other pens? Yeah, probably. I probably will. Something that I'd like to do tonight, it's currently 3:46. Wow, it feels way darker than it should for 3:46. I want to set up the next set of pages in the giveaway mystery journal, which should be July. I haven't totally nailed down what I want to include yet. I don't want stuff to like end up the same from one giveaway journal to the next. So cover page, quote page, a calendar, of course, some kind of habit tracking system. I thought I might leave out the sleep and meal planning this time. Last time I had sleep and meal planners in there. Goals, favorites, and musings, maybe. Definitely weeklies. As for what else goes in there, I'm not totally sure. By the time you're watching this, it will be too late for you to suggest me things either, because I have to have this thing set up, basically done this month, which It's the 14th today, so I got a lot of work to do. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into journaling my way through April and May. We're going to be doing this again in the future, one of these videos every month. So if there's anything specific that you want to see me do, how I approach something, let me know in the comments down below. Also hit subscribe if you want to make sure that you see this stuff again in the future. Once again, don't forget to check out Teddy Blake's memorial sale. All of the information is in the link in the description. I've got so much more work to do on the mystery journal, so I'm gonna go get to work on that, and hopefully you'll get to see all of that good stuff soon. Maybe next month's vlog, we'll see.